On this edition of the Ironhorse Forward, 1st Battalion, 5th Cavalry Regiment soldiers teach basic and advanced marksmanship, new sergeants join the Non-Commissioned Officer Corps, U.S. and Iraqi security forces conduct a joint route clearance mission, and cavalry troopers test fire their M1A2 tanks. Hello, and welcome to the Ironhorse Forward. I'm Staff Sergeant Josh Twerberg, reporting from Tikrit, Iraq. Rifle marksmanship is an important skill for any soldier. Sergeant John Higgins tells us how soldiers from the 5th Cavalry Regiment are passing these skills along to their Iraqi counterparts.
Infantry soldiers with Bravo Company, 2nd Advise and Assist Brigade, 1st Cavalry Division are teaching the critical skills of basic and advanced marksmanship techniques to their Iraqi counterparts. These skills will enhance the Iraqi Army Soldiers' capabilities as they continue to manage their country's security.
Well, we're training 25 Iraqi soldiers in the fundamentals of marksmanship, close quarters marksmanship, advanced rifle marksmanship, and culminating event on day 5 is conducting Battle Drill 6. Enter and clear a building or room. The Iraqis are doing very good, actually. Very surprising that they're taking to the training very quickly.
The 5-day training course not only improved Iraqi soldiers' skill sets, but also the growing relationship between U.S. and Iraqi forces.
It was an important mission for the battalion and for the company in order to establish more rapport and seal that relationship that they have. And at the lower levels here, this is where the rubber actually meets the road.
The 3 battalions that we're training today have an offensive capability that they can use to surge if they have to protect a certain area that's threatened. So we're training them with on the tasks that they'll need to conduct those missions if they have to go into an urban area and assault an urban objective in an effort to find those terrorists. So overall, I think it increases their capability, and anytime we can better partner with our Iraqi partners helps us all in the future in creating an enduring relationship with the nation of Iraq.
The intent of this training is not just to improve one soldier's skills, but also that they share what they have learned throughout their units, training the trainer as their American partners do. Reporting from Tikrit, Iraq, I'm Army Sergeant John Higgins.
The backbone of the Army, that is, the Non-Commissioned Officer Corps, grew stronger during a ceremony at Contingency Operating Base Spiker as new sergeants crossed the line of authority. 13 sergeants from 4 different units took the next step in their Army careers as they officially joined the Non-Commissioned Officer Corps during a ceremony at the Contingency Operating Base Spiker Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Building August 19th. During the ceremony, these new NCOs learned about the history of the Army Non-Commissioned Officer.
We talk about the Revolutionary War, the World Wars, all the way up to the current wars. It allows them to understand where our NCOs came from. The line of authority represents our stripes and how the history of the NCO came into effect. And it kind of gives them a place to set as the bar of where to begin their career as a young sergeant.
Many of the sergeants who took part in the ceremony are serving on their 2nd or 3rd deployment. Sergeant Jaime Munoz talked about what it means to him to serve as an NCO.
It means a lot to me. Having been here, having still been here for my 2nd tour, and it's just an honor to serve the United States of America, the armed forces of the United States, and be a part of a big team.
The NCO Induction Ceremony is full of tradition, from signing the charge of the non-commissioned officer to the lighting of candles and reciting the NCO Creed. This rite of passage honors the NCOs who came before them while celebrating the newly promoted leaders. Reporting for U.S. Division North, I'm Staff Sergeant Josh Twerberg. After the break, a joint route clearance effort helps keep U.S. and Iraqi security forces safe and 1st Battalion, 5th Cavalry Regiment soldiers test fire their M1A2 tanks.
When you're deployed, think safety when it comes to your weapon. It's important to know the proper clearing procedures for the type of weapon you have.
T.
Treat your weapon as if it's loaded.
H.
Handle every weapon with care.
I.
Identify your target before you fire.
N.
Never point the muzzle at anything you don't intend to shoot.
K.
Keep the weapon on safe and your finger off the trigger.
Think.
Safety. For one-on-one training on how to properly clear your weapon, contact your unit's safety office.
Man, I love running outside.
Gotta make sure your uniform's squared away, though.
It's pretty easy, too, unless you're that chick who didn't get the memo about earbuds.
Or this guy, with his dang shirt untucked. And I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to mix and match uniforms.
And none of those fools have iPro.
I guess some people just don't think the rules apply to them.
Don't be tools.
Guess not.
Follow the rules.
For its part in Operation New Dawn, the 591st Engineer Company partners with the 4th Iraqi Field Engineer Regiment in the critical task of securing the highways of northern Iraq.
When we talk about route clearance operations starting from 2003 to where we're at right now in 2011, we've seen a dramatic decrease in the amount of improvised explosive devices that are currently ending on the roads. That is primarily due to the fact that we have continued to do route clearance operations deliberately. We are very visible. There are teams out there to ensure that when we pass through, IEDs are not being placed behind us that would in any way harm the Iraqi civilians or our combat logistic patrols. As long as we continue to keep that up, our goal here in theater is for my company, the 591st Engineers, work directly with the 4th Field Engineer Regiment. We're teaching them our techniques, tactics, and procedures to ensure that they're fully capable of doing the same job and preserving the welfare of their children's future.
To be honest with you, we got a lot of good benefits from the American side. They improved our skills. The thing is, it was really hard and difficult at the beginning when we used to work here, when we start to work as a route clearance. But after that, it's like we get used it and we get experience every day.
Properly checking and maintaining your equipment will ensure that it works correctly when you need it. Soldiers from the 1st Battalion, 5th Cavalry Regiment recently test-fired their M1A2 Abrams tanks to ensure that they are battle-ready.
Today we're conducting LFAST on the M1A2 SEP tank. LFAST is the live fire accuracy screening test, and basically what it's doing is just calibrating the fire control system. What we're making sure is that our equipment is ready to go. It really gives the commander assessment on where the maintenance aspect of his tanks are. Like for instance, if the tank doesn't hit the panel downrange, then there's something wrong with the fire control system. So that's why we're out here making sure the fire control system is calibrated properly. We got a great non-commissioned officer corps, great corps officers. Everybody works together. You know, this is a company effort out here. Everybody does their part. My favorite part about this job is teaching the soldiers about the tanks, the more advanced knowledge of the tank, and then this stuff right here, you know, because a lot of them haven't done this, you know, and we did about 3 weeks of preparation to this, and just to see the expression on the soldiers' faces that they didn't know stuff about the tank, that's my favorite part of the job. I'm Staff Sergeant John S. Putty from Damascus, Maryland, and this is my part in Operation New Dawn.
That's it for this edition of the Ironhorse Forward. Make sure to check out all of the U.S. Division North social media websites for more stories, photos, and videos from Operation New Dawn. I'm Staff Sergeant Josh Twerberg from Tikrit, Iraq, steadfast and loyal.